Hey everybody, it's Zach with the Parkinsons Gym. I wanted to do the briefest possible cookdown of why COVID-19 and Parkinson's don't mix. So, if you have Parkinson's, you need to be especially aware of what's going on in your community and the status of the disease so that you can make your own decisions. No matter what politicians or the local area thinks they're ready to open or thinks they're ready to do, you need to make your own decisions. And here are 4 reasons you need to be aware of that. Parkinson's, number one, Parkinson's tends to happen to people who are older. So, older people also tend to have a reduced immunity or at least slow immune system. This opens the door for COVID-19 to come strutting right in. Number two, people with Parkinson's disease tend to have a weakened respiratory system. And this is tend to, not always, but we see this a lot in the symptoms of the light and quiet voice. And that's just from weaker muscles and changed muscles of the respiratory system. So having a slower respiratory system makes you even more vulnerable to a respiratory infection like COVID-19. Number three, the muscles of the chest wall can become rigid or even have dyskinesias, meaning involuntary movement. They can be slower, they can be weaker. But for the most part, that's going to cause a rigidity on the front and back of your torso, basically sealing in your respiratory system. So you cannot take deeper breaths that may be necessary to fight this disease. And number four, your cough clearance. When you have Parkinson's, your cough clearance may be compromised. And this is your voluntary, I want to cough, or your involuntary of just coughing to clear crap out of your throat and lungs. So if you're not able to clear the stuff out of your throat and lungs, a respiratory infection it just opens the door even wider for them to come in and beat the crap out of you. So the best things you can be doing right now is, as I said, be aware of what's going on in your community, how bad the situation may or may not be, the parameters they've set up for being out in public, and make calculated decisions. You can also make sure you're exercising regularly, make sure you're eating well, make sure you're eating enough and not trying to starve yourself to keep from gaining weight. Make sure that you're sleeping well, make sure that you're adequately hydrated, and don't smoke. Ever. It's the worst thing you can be doing for this. So, I hope this helps. Pretty good cook down. Why you need to be especially aware of what's going on with the current pandemic situation. And that'll do. I hope this helps, and we will talk to you soon.